What's going on, guys? Buff Metal back with another video. Today, I'm at an arcade, super rad, Virginia. And I see someone creeping around who I want to have a word with. Come check this out. Hey, creeper!
What the fuck? I'm in the middle of a game. Who the fuck are you?
Oh, look at that! All-time low score! This guy sucks at video games!
Fuck. Let's go outside.
I want to have a word with this Buster Brown. Come on!
I almost beat the high score.
You almost beat the low score!
Caveman Ninja is my game. I almost beat the high score before you rudely interrupted me.
Do you know who the hell you're talking to?
Wait a second. You look kind of familiar. Are you that buff Justin Metal guy?
Some may say, some may claim. Now, can I have a couple of words with you?
Sure can.
All right, let's do this
Apologies,
damn
my
thing.
fine
No, it's
sir.
all right. What's going on, Lord? I should not address someone of such high stature with such rude words. Anyways, let's get right into it. We are here, Lynchburg, Virginia, at Super Rad. How the hell you doing, Lord Vladimir von Ghoul?
I'm doing very well.
Well,
I can always
happy
get back
hear
to
it.
the video games later.
Yeah, we're gonna put it down for you. Put your joystick down for a few minutes, and we're gonna get to work here. All right? Because
It's
we
hard
like.
to do sometimes.
Yeah, I know you like beating buttons. So, I got a few questions I want to ask you. All right.
Sure.
First of all, let's just put this out into the ether, right? Lurking After Midnight, finally on vinyl, on Hell's Headbanger Records. Get your ass out there. Well, get your ass in there, in your room, online, on your fucking family laptop, and get a copy, all right? Because it is essential. Now, Lord Vladimir von Ghoul, one question for you is, who the hell's your fan base, man? You're on Hell's Headbangers, you're a punk band. What's going on here, man? Who do you attract more, the punks or the metal types?
Well, that's a sort of a tough question. I would say our biggest fans are individuals who are fans of both genres, metal and punk. Definitely both on the darker, more horrifying side.
Yeah, we like it dark, nasty, brutal, grimy, sleazy, and you got songs about banging corpses, damn it! Doesn't
Oh,
get much
yes.
sleazier than that. Now,
One of my favorite pastimes.
now tell me about some of these corpses you've been banging. I've noticed in a bunch of your songs, you name them after chicks. Now, are these chicks alive? We got Ghoulia, we got Amy, we got Lenore, we got many more. So tell me about some of these girls, if you can recollect. I know you're in the morgue banging stuff left and right, so hit me with it.
I tell you what, they were all lousy lays, but once they died, let me tell you, they never complained. They always liked riding the Von Ghoul Express.
Yeah. They ride the joystick, I'm sure.
Yes.
That's a two-player game right there, the Von Ghoul Express.
Oh, yes.
So, now tell me, you're on Hell's Headbanger Records. How the hell did you end up on Hell's Headbangers? Which one of those brothers hooked it up?
It's sort of a difficult question because they always have to decide together.
They bounce you around back and forth between them?
Oh yes, it was a horrible. They ran a horrible trade on me. Let me tell you.
Would you say it was an orgy in the mausoleum that day?
It was exhilarating. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. All right, Lord. How about some of the samples used in Lurking After Midnight? Now, sometimes I'll catch a phantasm. Sometimes I'll catch I don't know, nothing else is coming to mind. Tell me about some of the movies that you use, why you use them, you know, what's on there? Because I hear them, but I can't quite, forgive me, Lord, for my lacking knowledge in the horror realm, but fill me in.
Well, I've always been a huge horror geek, if you will. I live, breathe, and shit old horror films.
Damn right you do.
I've just always loved them as a wee little ghoul. All the way from the old black and white monster films, like Universal Studios, all the way to the 80s slashers. Lots of Hammer horror films.
How do you feel about the 2000s? I always thought the 2000s was an underrated era. I felt it was extreme. You know, you had movies like Slither, Hobo with a Shotgun, where you had that like exploitation, type of horror. What do you think? I think it's an underrated generation.
I do love the two titles you mentioned. There's some gems here and there, but in general, I prefer mostly films 1980s or older.
Interesting. So this brings me to another question I had. If your band was, the aesthetic of the Lurking Corpses, if that was a couple of films, what films would those be? Like what? Because one of the things that drew me into your band to begin with was you have this like almost Hammer horror-esque, So if you were to recommend some movies like that, we recently watched what was that damn movie with Christopher Lee? Was it Mark of the Devil? And I kind of made me think of you. So hit me with some recs.
Yes,
What are the aesthetic, choices?
I would say definitely Mark of the Devil, Horror Hotel, The Mask of Satan, Tombs of the Blind Dead series. A lot of those films sort of inspired us to dress the way we do.
And here I am asking you about the 2000s. You can tell I'm a different generation. See, man, but you're old as fuck.
That's poser shit.
Yeah. See, even Von Ghoul says old buff metal's a poser. Can you believe it? No. Now, go ahead.
The two films you mentioned, I do like.
Yeah, those are basically 70s. The 2000s is my 70s, But you're old as fuck, man. You're Lord Vladimir Von Ghoul. I'm pretty sure your songs were ripped off by Beethoven back in the day. The Moonlight Sonata, wasn't that a Lurking Corpses track once upon a time?
That motherfucker tried to steal my thunder.
Yeah, and the poetry of your words, we all know Edgar Allan Poe jacked you off. It's no shock there. But now, one of the other things I wanted to know about was the Leech and the Worm video. You had a lot of helping hands on that. It got me curious exactly what was going on there. You had a bunch of kids, it was really fucking cool. It almost reminded me of like a small trauma film or something like that, or is that lo-fi kids puking like stuff, Tell me what happened there.
Well, somehow we convinced, I don't know how we did it, some parents to let us use their children in our music video. I think we had to lie and tell them we were taking them on a church excursion.
Yes. I'm sure you said you were the Beatles.
To Bible camp.
Yeah.
Lord, did they know what they were getting themselves into?
They had no idea by the look of you that you were some kind of demonic entity ready to feast and turn those kids into zombies.
No, I blend in pretty well.
Well, that you do. Now, let's talk Misfits. Tonight we have a special show. The Lurking Corpses is playing a Misfit set. Again, it doesn't get cooler than that. You guys are obviously influenced by the Misfits huge. So, first I want to ask you, have you listened to the Manny tapes? I've seen those have been pressed recently, and I'd like your take on them, because that is a totally different side of the Misfits, man. It's almost like way more swinging and more of like, some of the stuff we were talking about before, where almost you can tell Danzig's influence is more that the Elvis side, the some of that type, Roy Orbison maybe, like what's your take there? What do you think of the Manny tapes?
I was very happy to have discovered those recordings had been released. I didn't know a lot of those songs even existed. I loved it. It was amazing. But yes, you could definitely recognize some of Glenn's influences, like Elvis Presley, a lot of Jim Morrison in his vocal approach.
I actually never thought about Jim Morrison being an influence of, but that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, totally.
Great songs.
Yeah, all in all, I'll say, you know, the Manny tapes, we say this, it's a great dinner album. You know, you don't want to rock it, you want to tone it down a couple notches, throw on the Manny tapes, eat your spags and balls, you know, and you're going to be feeling pretty good. You could even say it's romantic. If you want to seduce a woman into a homicide and sexual intercourse, I would say throw on the Manny tapes. Now, I want to ask you, of the eras, let's start with Danzig. If you were to recommend someone, let's say some of these newer generation kids, you know, they've maybe never listened to the Misfits. Of the Danzig side, what would you choose out of that catalog? What would you shove in their hands? What record would you hand them?
You talking about Danzig Misfits?
Danzig Misfits.
It's all good with Danzig.
I agree.
The man never put out a bad song with the Misfits.
Damn right.
There's a few I don't like as much as the rest of the catalog, but they're all bangers.
Damn right. Bangers
So
from hell.
influential to the Lurking Corpses and many bands of all genres, really.
Yeah, absolutely. The Danzig roots run deep. Now let's talk about a little more of a taboo era. Let's go into the Michael Graves.
Oh, that's POSER shit.
Oh, you heard it here first from the man himself. Yeah, nobody is in. It's funny. What? Ready?
I kid. I actually am a fan of American Psycho and Famous Monsters records. That really good albums, but they should not have called the band the Misfits. There is no Misfits without Glenn Danzig. Glenn Danzig wrote all the songs. He was the voice.
You heard it here, posers. Without Danzig, it's not Misfits. But what about the caveat to that? We got two brothers in that band. Jerry Only. What about, would you even listen to the Jerry Only era? Do you care what he has to sing to you?
Jerry's a super nice guy.
Oh, you've met him?
I do like the Project 1950 album. They cover a lot of moldy oldies. I've just met him briefly. Let's see. I don't think I've really cared for much of the Misfits albums after the two full lengths with Michael Graves, except Project 1950. Now, as far as Doyle, his two full lengths with Alex Story singing are amazing records. I can't recommend those enough. Alex Story is singing on those from Cancer Slug, one of my personal favorite bands.
What else you got any other bands you want to shout out, Von Ghoul? How about here's a band I'd like to ask you about. You did a tour with these guys a while back, and we saw the flyer for it online before this, and we were like, fuck! The Jasons.
Oh, yes.
You know the Jasons? How are those fucking dudes? Totally cool or total posers?
Yes, well, we're good friends with those mongoloid fellows.
Yeah, they got that droopy eye looking all fucking retarded and shit. But
Yes.
I'll say this, they sing a hell of a catchy tune, especially on that self-titled, right? The Red album, with Mommy Got Beheaded by a Bimbo, you know.
It's classic. All their songs are amazing. I even like the softer tune, Camp Arawak.
Well, I can't say I know that one. I listened to
It's a nod to Angela from Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, is that the girl with the penis?
Oh, yes.
Sorry if I ruined the movie for you guys, you know, but hey, that's
5 inches of dangling meat.
Yeah. All right, Lord Vladimir. Is there any last remarks you'd like to make before I end this interview?
I would just say thank you to you, Buff Metal Justin, and viewers out there, keep supporting this man. He does a great job supporting the scene and talking about the music he loves.
You're goddamn right. Buy the album. Hallelujah. Lurking Corpses. Lynchburg. Misfits set. Lurking set. Hoo hoo.